you just turn the lights up a little bit so I can get an eye on you. You're looking at me, I want to see you. There you go. So for those of you that came on a little bit late, maybe around Dr. Feelgood or Girls, 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 I kind of want to give you a little bit of a history lesson on Motley Crue, since that's why we're all here tonight, to celebrate. So I always say to the guys in the band, and we talk about this, that everything in our lives started with one idea. It could be a good idea or it could be a bad idea. So I want to back up just a little bit, all the way back to 1981, before Motley Crue. In fact, if I'm going to tell you guys the story, why doesn't everybody sit down? Well, I'll sit down with you.
All right.
You guys are really fucking quiet. You don't want to piss me off. Sit down. Okay. So this is how it happened. I, like the other guys in the band, we were struggling to make it. I was in a band called London, and at the time in Los Angeles, well, the whole scene was kind of a new wave scene. It was about the Knack and the Plimsolls and the Go-Go's. And I was in this band and I was trying to make a difference. But you know, something wasn't connecting. And then one night at band rehearsal, I had an idea. And I think it was a good idea now, but at the time it was probably a bad idea. I looked at the guys in the band and I said, I quit. They didn't cheer. So I was walking home that night and I was thinking to myself, well, I don't have a car and now I don't have a band, and what I want to do is not in style. And then it fucking hit me. I had the idea. I thought there has to be 3 other heathens in that city, Los Angeles, California, that wants to rip the fucking heart and the throat out of the boring fucking music industry at the time. I knew they were out there, but I didn't know where. And for no apparent reason, I had an idea on a Thursday night to go to a club in Hollywood, California called the Starwood. And I walked through the fucking door, and there he was. It's like I can see him right now, sitting up there behind the drums, smashing the fucking drums. He was 17 fucking years old. You know who that was? That was and is the one and only Tommy Lee. So right? He's insane. So we set up shop, we started playing songs, and we were playing Public Enemy #1 and Starry Eyes.
Yep.
So funny.
Live Wire, Take Me to the Top. And we had an idea, but we didn't have a guitar player. So what did me and Tommy do? We went to 7-Eleven to buy some fucking beer.
That's right!
And at the 7-Eleven, there was a magazine called The Recycler Magazine, and in it was an ad for a guitar player, and it simply said, loud, rude, aggressive guitarist, my name is Mick fucking Mars. Is this story connected with you guys? All right. So you get the idea.
We know the idea.
Now you had 3 guys, you had no lead singer, and Tommy said, I know a guy in a band, he's in another band, he's happy with his band, he won't quit the band, I went to high school with him, he's a motherfucker, he pulls a lot of pussy, he drinks as hard as we do. And Mick Mars said, let's go check him out, and if he's good, let's steal him for our band. That was a good idea, man. So we went to the Starwood, and there he was, Vince fucking Neil. White leather pants, white leather jacket, bleached blonde fucking hair, leaning into some Cheap Trick. Mr. Vince Neil, right there. So this is how it happened. We had $26 to our name. We went to a rehearsal space in Burbank, California, and we set up. And we had one fucking day. We had one fucking chance. And we had one fucking song. And this is what happened. I handed Vince the lyrics to Lila, and he said, I've got this. Nick picked up the guitar, turned up the amps, Tommy fucking smashed the drums, I picked up the bass, and then that fucking moment, exactly that moment, is the reason that you're here, and is the reason that we're here. It was January 17th, 1981, and Motley Crue was fucking born! I have one last thing to say. This is not goodbye. This is not farewell. Our mission is almost done here. But our music is gonna haunt you till the fucking day you die.